If I could give you one lesson that determines whether you struggle forever or build wealth and happiness for life, this would be it. Most people miss it. And that's why most people stay stuck. If you want to be wealthy, fulfilled, and truly happy for the rest of your life, there is one lesson that changes everything. Work harder on yourself than you work on your job. Most people spend their entire lives trying to increase their income, but very few work on increasing who they are. And here's the reality: your income will rarely rise higher than your personal growth. Sometimes money comes suddenly. Luck happens. Opportunities appear. But if you don't grow into the level of that opportunity, the money usually disappears just as fast. That's why people who win big money often lose it. If someone gives you $1 million and you don't become a millionaire in mindset, habits, and discipline, the money won't stay. Life has a way of returning you to who you are. That's why success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by the person you become. True happiness is not found in what you get. It's found in what you grow into. And if you're ready to change your mindset, your habits, your lifestyle, then listen carefully. Because here are 3 powerful steps that can completely change your life. If you want to change your life, you don't need luck, you need ideas. Almost every problem in life exists because of a lack of understanding, not a lack of resources. People often say, "I don't have money." But that's not the real problem. The real problem is not knowing how to create value, income, and opportunity. When you gain the right ideas, you gain control. And the only way to gain those ideas is through deliberate learning. If you want success, study success. If you want happiness, study happiness. If you want wealth, study wealth. Don't leave your future to chance. Don't live with your fingers crossed. Make your growth intentional. When you learn something valuable, don't trust your memory alone. Write it down. Review it. Revisit it. Because repetition turns information into transformation. And one day quietly, unexpectedly, that idea will show up in your confidence, your decisions, your income, your lifestyle. Everything begins to change from the inside out. 3 ways to learn anything that can change your life. 1. Read daily. Every successful person reads. Not occasionally. Not when they feel like it. Consistently. Formal education gives average results. Self-education creates extraordinary results. Books carry decades of experience in a few hundred pages. One book can save you years of mistakes. Read about mindset, leadership, discipline, communication, personal growth. Just 30 minutes a day. That's it. Positive, instructional, challenging material. You don't need to read all night, just read every day. 2. Listen to the right people. Get close to people who are doing better than you and listen. Learn from their words. Learn from their tone. Learn from how they think. You can also learn from people who struggle by observing what not to do. Here's a powerful idea. If you want to learn from successful people, invest in proximity. Buy them coffee. Buy them lunch. Buy them dinner. One meaningful conversation can plant an idea that changes your income for life. People who grow invest in learning. People who stay stuck avoid it. 3. Observe everything. Success leaves clues. Watch how successful people speak, walk, listen, respond, handle pressure. They repeat certain behaviors consistently. If you pay attention, you'll notice patterns. Observation sharpens insight. Seeing with your eyes gives you information. Seeing with your mind gives you answers. Wherever you are, be fully there. Attention is a skill that multiplies results. Learning without action creates knowledge. Action creates change. The most exciting power you have is the ability to make yourself act. Start small. Little disciplines create big strength. Handle the small promises you make to yourself. Those small wins build confidence, control, and momentum. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect in action. Motivation must come from within. Don't depend on someone else to push you. Because what happens when they don't show up? Your future depends on self-motivation. Learn something, then apply it immediately. Learn the system. Respect the process. Work it honestly. Shortcuts often lead to short lives. Do things the right way, even if it takes longer. Never trade integrity for speed. A cheap method creates a cheap result. Real success lasts because it's built correctly. Everything you need is already inside you. Your ability, your creativity, your discipline, your potential. You don't ever have to stay the same unless you choose to. Tomorrow is a decision point. If you change nothing, the next 5 years will look like the last 5. But if you change one habit, one discipline, one action, everything can begin to shift. You can change your entire life any day you decide to. The question is simple. What will you do starting tomorrow? Don't let this be just another video you watched and forgot. Because information doesn't change lives, action does. Tonight, think about this question seriously. What is one thing you can start tomorrow that moves your life forward? One habit, one discipline, one decision. You don't need a new year. You don't need permission. You don't need luck. You need a decision. And remember this. You can change your whole life any day you choose. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more content that sharpens your mindset, builds discipline, and creates real growth. Your future is watching. Don't disappoint it.